Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Crane's Comics. I have a review video for you. It's been a little while since I've had a review video. I found this Ultimate Daredevil and Elektra number 4, which I did read. I found that at my case for 75 cents, and I went ahead and read it, and finished off the series. I gotta say, it's a fantastic series. It kind of just leaves you hanging with wanting more, but unfortunately they only wrote up to book number 4. At the very end of the series, I don't know if you saw my previous video, but at the end of the series, the jerk college guy Elektra finds and meets, kind of sets up this thing where she meets him in this abandoned park, and then it kind of opens up the story for Daredevil to be Daredevil, which he's never in full costume or anything. He's always just wearing that headband around his eyes. Daredevil kind of meets Elektra there with him and kind of confronts her and says, "You cannot kill him. That's not the right way to go about it." And she basically cuts his leg, tells Daredevil or Matt Murdock to choose to go with her, or just to go with her and let the guy bleed out, or he could save the guy, like tie a cloth around his leg to help slow the bleeding and take him to the hospital. But he has to choose one way or another, and that's kind of where the book ends. And you're kind of at the whole book because you want to read more about it, and it's awesome how they leave it, but they leave it, and it's just frustrating because there's no more after this one. But anyway, yeah, so that's this one. The next book that I did read was Ant-Man number 3. You did see that I picked this guy up, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with your Ant-Man or your Ant-Man bad guys, but this is Taskmaster, and I didn't even realize that, and I said that in my last video until I read this series, or this book. So basically this kind of takes place where this important doctor gets kidnapped by this other guy who in turn explains something to her that he of course wants her to do for her. She's an achieved doctor and just this, that, and the other. So then Ant-Man kind of sets up his own business. It's two different stories. Ant-Man kind of sets up his own business, and he's trying to establish himself in Miami with his daughter and his ex-wife, and one thing leads to another where he opens up his own business. The ex-wife finds out, she gets mad, and it's just he can't please anybody, and he's still kind of struggling. But then whenever he goes back to his own business after lunch, he discovers that Taskmaster is there. You kind of get to see him control his ants in a better format or a better way, and it's really cool because they form a fist and kind of punch him in the face, and Taskmaster kind of just calls him out and says he's not even really a superhero, that he's kind of more of a superhero accessory, and it's just kind of funny to see these two go at each other comically and physically. It's just, he's putting him down and Ant-Man's putting Taskmaster down, and it's kind of funny just how it works out. I'm not going to give away the end of the book or anything, but pick it up. It's a good read. I just love reading Ant-Man. The only thing I will say about this book is that it kind of drags on with the other story with the Doctor. You have to read it to find out what's going on, and I'm sure it'll lead up to something awesome, but it kind of drags on. Now the Ant-Man and the Taskmaster part is really cool, but I can see it going good places. It's just kind of dragging on. Kind of like me saying dragging on all this time. But Ant-Man has awesome personality, and I love how Scott Lang portrays that, and just pick it up. It's a good book. The last book I read and want to do a review on is not this one. It's Hawkeye, all new Hawkeye number 2. Now, I love the artwork in this book. Whenever it shows the past with Barney and Clint, young Clint, it's watercolor. It's this really pretty, just watercolor kind of colors blending together. And then whenever it shows the now version of Clint Burton, it's the newer artwork of Hawkeye. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's just kind of plain and just kind of like there. Where the other one is a lot prettier and more colorful, and I love how they blend the two together. And you can always tell the end of the book whenever the end of the book comes, because they put both stories together on a single page of watercolor and the old school book. It's awesome how they relay it. Now, unlike the Ant-Man book, this is a real quick read. A lot of really pretty pictures, a lot of to the point, and this, that, and the other. But this is an awesome read. Basically, it shows Clint Burton and Barney as kids. They're guardian, not their father, but their guardian kind of beats them and smacks them around. That's where the last book left off. And this swordsman guy kind of steps in as the guardian is beating them or just letting Barney have it. He kind of steps in and says, that's no way to treat your kids. He's like, these ain't my kids. And he's like, then you really shouldn't be talking to them that way. Basically, Clint and Barney join the circus, and then they go forward with that. Now, on the next side of the story with Kate and Clint, they are on this mission to find these kids that are kind of deformed because they've had these tests run and all this other stuff happen with them, and they're just trying to get them to safety. And on their way, of course, they get their butts handed to them. Kate doesn't fail. She helps Clint up. She kicks butt, takes names, and Kate is just awesome in these books. I don't know if you've read any of the Hawkeye, but Kate is just awesome. So definitely a good read. I'm not going to tell you how it ends. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hold up. You know what sound that is, guys. That's my new subscriber alert. Anyway, I want to have a shout out to JC, the Comic Geek. Thanks for subscribing, man. You're awesome. Check out his channel. I'm not sure if I subscribed. If I'm not, I will definitely do it. And I also try to follow you on Twitter, man. Kind of in between videos right now and just I'm getting a little stuffy. I don't know if you could tell. That mixed with getting my room squared away, and we just got furniture, so I'm going through the motions with that. I'm actually going to put a clip in this video of what I go through in the morning with my dogs. Welcome to another episode of Crane's Comics. I am sitting in my bedroom as I just wake up, and I have dog hair all over me. This is how I start every day. How do you start every day? Check this out. Cleo, where are you going? Come here. She's the only good one. Look at her. She's the only good one. These two are crazy. It's going at it. It's going at it. I don't even know what they're doing. I don't even know. This is how I wake up every day. It's getting exhausting. I mean, they don't not have energy ever. Cleo, and that poor one, she just turned 7 and she's getting scared to death. See, and annoyed. Scared to death and annoyed. So, yeah. And it's just crazy. They are crazy. But anyway, this is about you, man. Shout out to JC, the Comic Geek. Check out his channel. Cool guy. He's actually really big into the comic community, and for that, I applaud you, sir. You already have more subscribers than I do, and I don't even know how that happened. You've had your channel up for like a week and a half. So, kudos to you. I'm sure you'll reach 100 before you know it, and keep reading, guys. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for commenting. Questions, comments, concerns, please, down below. And also, I changed my Twitter name to @CranesComics, so it's much easier for you. My YouTube name, @CranesComics, my Twitter name, @CranesComics. I need to change my banner up there, so don't go by that. Just go by @CranesComics. If you want to tweet me, if you want to subscribe, if you want to do anything, free country, right? Anyway, check out JC's channel. He's real big into the comic community. He's a geek at heart, and thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.